Hey there Retro Games fans, this is Andy C from Piece of 8-Bit. Welcome to this week's The Bit Between, where I take a short look at a game from days past, some games that I've never played before, some that I haven't played for a long time, and some that I played a lot. And this is a game that I definitely played a lot back in the day, and I actually played the PC version of this, not the PlayStation version of it, but it's very, very, very similar. What you're seeing on the screen now is the PlayStation version, which I have obviously played as well and own and have revisited more recently. It's a tough old game, this. It is a tough old game. But yes, as with every week, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the game itself, and then I'm going to dive into some gameplay for about 10 minutes and see how I get on. So just a few fast facts for this game then. So it was, as I mentioned, developed in 1995 for the PlayStation and the PC. Released later on the Sega Saturn in 1996 and was published by Psygnosis, who are a very important British developer from the 1990s, also responsible for games like Lemmings and Wipeout, so two absolute behemoth titles, and many, many more as well. And basically the purpose of the game is to, crash into lots of other cars, capture the chaotic spectacle of demolition derby events, essentially, twisted metal, pile-ups, and basically last car standing mayhem. So if you trash your car, the little icon in the bottom right hand corner there, if any one of those goes very red, basically you end up crashing out and smoke comes out of your car and you are out. So it is, it's a classic racer. It's great fun. Introduced a lot of us to damage physics in cars, which was kind of cool. You see your bonnet getting crumpled, your hood if you're American, yeah, it was great fun. So it wasn't really necessarily about winning or finishing laps the quickest. It was about survival, and there was definitely that draw of smashing into other cars, getting points for collisions, surviving massive pile-ups, all of those sorts of things, of which you will see on the screen. And yes, I mentioned that damage model was absolutely revolutionary at the time. So crumpling metal, smoking engines, tyres buckling under stress, all of those kind of things were all there. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very, very well received game. Sales was strong. It sold over 1 million copies on the PlayStation, and it was a very significant early success for Psygnosis. It was praised for its physics, damage system, unique concept. It was praised for the multiplayer aspects, and that was a real highlight. Definitely played a few multiplayer games of this before. It's incredibly frustrating and a good laugh at the same time. It did get criticised a little bit for the racing controls. They were a little bit clunky compared to other titles at the time like Ridge Racer, but then really that's not what this game was trying to compete with. It was in a kind of league of its own, really. And it is often cited as one of the PlayStation's real defining early titles, especially in Europe, where Psygnosis was an absolute powerhouse, obviously based up in Liverpool. It had several modes. So there was the Wrecking Racing, which is what you're... no, actually this is a Wrecking Race. I think this is actually a stock car, just a standard stock car race, I think. No, this is a Wrecking Race. This is a Wrecking Race. Where you get that's right, because you're getting points here for damaging rivals while you're racing laps. So that is your standard one. You've got your standard stock car race, which has got a damage risk. And then you've got your Destruction Derby, which when I play through in a minute, that is what I'm going to be doing. There isn't a story, but there is a career mode, or sort of a championship mode if you like. Yeah, the idea is, with the commentary and everything else, it was sort of really meant to mimic televised motorsport, so making it feel like you were essentially at a real demolition event. There was a couple of sequels. We had Destruction Derby 2 in '96, which was essentially improved physics, better track design, and largely considered to be the better game, but maybe we'll have a look at that another time. Lots of bigger crashes. I think really Burnout took the mantle off this game some years later on the PlayStation 2 when it comes to crashes and scoring points and all that kind of thing. I think this is really, Burnout's got to have its roots in this. It absolutely has to. Then we had Destruction Derby Raw in 2000, which is a late entry into the PS1 era. It was less well received, and people felt that it just lacked the polish of perhaps its earlier versions. And then in 2004, and I didn't even know this, there was a game called Destruction Derby Arenas for the PS2, which really leaned into that multiplayer. But you know, as I mentioned before, by this point we had Burnout, we had Twisted Metal, so I think really by 2004 it really was past its day at that point. And you know, as I mentioned, it really did pave the way for those sort of series, things like Wreckfest, Twisted Metal, Burnout, and I would say also things like Motorstorm as well, to a greater or lesser extent as well. Must have had some inspiration from here as well. So this game was a real technical showcase for the PlayStation. You know, delivering all that physics-based damage. It was groundbreaking, it sold well, it earned a cult following, and it had a fantastic sequel. So yeah, great game to go back and have a look at. So let's go and have a look at this Psygnosis classic. I am going to go and have a play, and we're going to go and do the Destruction Derby and see how we get on. Here we go. Alright, so the object of this, basically survive as long as you possibly can. Everybody heads to the middle. You get points for spinning people around, doing fun things with them, not crashing into a wall like that. It can be incredibly frustrating at times, especially when you start to get damaged. You start to obviously head for the ones that are most damaged to try and take them out of the game. Let's go ahead, nice big cluster of stuff over here. Let's not just crash into the wall. Oh no, they scored a whole bunch of points off me there for doing that. I span around about 75 times. It is absolute chaos, this game. Absolute chaos. Generally speaking, I think as well, the way the damage model works in this is if you are the one that crashes into them, I don't know if it does you as much damage. There we go. 360. Yes, thank you very much. Am I going to go for? Who's looking damaged? Let's go just pile into here. Oh, he scored points from me on that one. Oh, I'm not doing very well here, am I? Oh, it's good if you get like a... Oh yeah, that was it. I remember this now. There's a bit of a trick as well. If you start to get damage at the front, like I'm getting absolutely rinsed here, let's see if we can do some reverse driving. So if we... Obviously this requires a little bit more skill, everything's back to front, of course, but you get that sort of extra bit of time. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm pretty broken everywhere. Oh, and there we go. There's our first casualty there. Look. Oh, it's a couple of casualties now. We're doing okay. We're doing all right now. Almost want to survive now. I kind of want people to come in, if they're going to hit me on this side, yeah. Oh, no, I don't quite know how I managed to achieve that. Oh, I actually, oh. Oh, getting absolutely pelted. I'm getting pelted. Oh, I can't steer properly. Clearly I've got, look, if I let the steering go and try and drive in a straight line for a second. Yeah, that's me driving in a straight line. That's not gone well. Something's broken somewhere. I'm just going around in circles and I am out. That is it. That's about 2 minutes. Absolute rubbish. Well, I'm going to have to do something else now. I said I'd do 10 minutes of play, and now, yeah, that was only about 2 minutes. All right. Okay, well, let's have a quick race then. So let me show you the race. So you were watching the races earlier. So you'll have seen... let's go for wrecking racing, which is what I think I was doing. So let's go for race practice. Yeah, you were watching this earlier. It was a little bit further on through it. So let's pick a course that hopefully is going to give you some indication. That is quite a fun one. Let's do this one. Okay, there's lots of crossover points here, so there's lots of room for madness. Oh, I'm starting in second. I started first, actually. Oh, that's handy. When you do the championship, you start in fourth. So it's quite good, because unlike a lot of racing games, you're starting from the back. How many is in this? Oh, 20 cars in there. Oh, this hasn't gone well, has it? That's not gone well. I won this last time I did it. Why is it whenever I record anything, everything just turns to rubbish? So you see already a car crossing over there. That gets more and more chaotic as the cars get more and more spread out, of course. And as cars start to break down, I didn't get a 360 for that. Sometimes speed is not that. Yeah, as cars break down, obviously they become obstacles as well, and then other cars crash into them and they break down. You sort of get little clusters of broken down cars, which is somewhat of a nuisance. Yeah, I was just saying that speed is not necessarily what you are after here. So sometimes just easing your way around these corners can be a good strategy, although I'm not getting any distance between me and the current second place car. Just a bit of a problem. There you go. Oh, look at this. Oh, catastrophe. It's okay because I think I came out of that better. You start to get the little back markers as well as you lap people pretty quickly, and that could be a real problem as well. Oh, go away already. Okay, 2 more laps to go. Now I've got some clear air between me and now and the other ones. This is good. We've only broken down cars yet, but that can't be too long away now as we get towards the end. Get quite a lot that get caught up around this little section here. Some of these tighter bends, and then others crash into others, and then that can happen also. Lots of cars crossing over. Oh, that was outrageous. What happened there? We got to go one more lap after this one. Ah, there we go. First casualty of war down there. Last time I did this, it was about 4 cars all broke down in the same place. It caused a real little bottleneck. And obviously you've got other cars doing things like that, crashing into you. Oh, that's not a great place to stop, is it? Oh. You can see from the lack of commentary on my part just how much concentration is required to play this game, actually. But yeah, like I mentioned before, speed is not necessarily of the essence. I don't know if he just broke down there because of that, or he just got shoved in there after being broken down. I can't see him actually. The one that was broken down before. Oh, you see, now it's becoming a little bit of a problem, and I am actually in big trouble here at the moment. You can see down there on the right that my damage meter, but it doesn't matter because I won anyway. But down there on the right, my damage meter, if I'd been hit one more time, I would have been out myself. So there you go. That is Demolition Derby. Demolition Derby, Destruction Derby even. And that is one of my favourite games on the PlayStation, certainly racing games from the 1990s. Loads and loads of fun. Definitely go check it out. Very, very easy to find, very easy to emulate. But if you've got a PS2, of course, or you've got a PS3, you can play those old PS1 games on there as well anyway. So, you know, quite easy to get hold of, as with any PlayStation game, so definitely go check it out. That's a real thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed going back and having another look at that. I will be honest with you, it's not that long, not like last week's video, which I hadn't played for over 30 years. I've played this much more recently than that, but I'm still no expert by any stretch of the imagination. So there we go, that was Destruction Derby, and that is probably it for this week's The Bit Between. Coming up on Friday, I will be talking about the PSP, which is on the end of the month, and it is time to go and park the PSP and announce to you what next month's month with will be. So go check that out. Well, you can't check it out yet because if you're watching this when I've launched it, you've got 2 more days to wait. But yeah, that will be available on Friday. So go check that out. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Really do appreciate your support. Very, very close to 600 now, which is amazing. I can't quite believe it. But yeah, that's it for this week. So until the next time, please do all take care of yourselves. I'll see you around. Bye for now.